But as soon as I got home, we went to the ER. I'm not gonna name the hospital, but I don't have a good experience with this hospital. Yeah, most hospitals, especially ERs, don't really know how to act when a woman comes in with a pregnancy loss. So it was awkward. The whole situation was awkward. They had like students there in the middle of the night, and they asked if they could come in on my case, and they couldn't get the catheter in me. It was a mess. It was horrible. So that was my first experience. Of course, they do an ultrasound. Of course, nothing was there. They confirmed that I did lose the baby. Um, but as I had mentioned, I had kept the appointment with that new doctor for my pregnancy loss. So I still went to it. I didn't think to cancel it. I was immediately met with anger and frustration that I kept my appointment. The nurse that took me in the back and I told her that I lost the baby, she immediately went, really? You should have called and told us and canceled because now you screwed up our entire day. This is not the type of appointment we would have gave you. Like, what, bitch? Whoa, 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 whoa. So I was immediately taken back, like, wow, okay. So she takes me into the room where the doctor is gonna come. He comes in, takes one look at me, doesn't really ask me much at all, and says, well, you're overweight. This thing's happened, so try again and we'll go from there. I left the room. Okay, okay. No answers, no comfort, nothing. I was actually made to feel bad for being who I was and not canceling my appointment. And to make matters worse, there was a woman that I went to school with that was my arch nemesis during high school and things like that, and she worked there, so I was already super uncomfortable when I saw her. Yeah, that just was not cool. So, my 30th birthday was coming up in March. I was definitely depressed. I didn't tell a lot of people. I waited to announce it, and that was something else that, kind of hurt was my mother-in-law reached out to me. We don't really have the best relationship, nor does my husband with his family really, but why didn't you tell us? You need to tell us these things when you're pregnant, blah, blah, blah. Like, wow, whoa, 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 hold on. So all of that started, all these feelings, and like nobody cared, but they did care. Like my mom was always there, and some of my best friends are always there, and of course my husband cared so much. Like he was my rock through it all, and even though he kind of kept his feelings inside, he made sure I could break and, feel everything that I wanted to feel and took care of me and but you just have to go back to work, act like nothing happened. And so that was in February of 2017. I didn't get pregnant again until November of that year. Most of the time I was pregnant, I didn't know right away, which really sucks. Because if I would have known, maybe things would be different, but November. Once again, by December, I was losing the baby. I did go to the ER every time. They never did anything for me. I never was offered a DNC. They didn't really do any exams or anything. I always thought it was kind of weird. So I always had to go through my miscarriages, at home, all natural. One thing that they don't tell you with miscarriage, and a lot of people probably don't realize, is you go through labor. You go through all the symptoms of having a baby. It takes months, if not years, for your hormones to regulate. You go through the postpartum, but not making it any less than the women that get to bring their babies. But postpartum without bringing home your baby is a lot.